Hey, what's up guys? So the Avengers Super Bowl TV spot just dropped and it was pretty awesome. It was only 30 seconds of new footage, but there is a ton of stuff to unload from just those 30 seconds. I have so many questions, like just what are the Avengers looking at in this shot right here? What vessel is that Thor is in, and what planet or what landscape is he overlooking, and just where the hell is Hawkeye in this shot right here? And I'm also going to talk about more or less when we can actually expect the official Avengers Endgame second trailer, which should be 2 minutes of epicness. So if you guys are interested in hearing about any of that, definitely stay tuned. But before we begin, make sure if you are subscribed to turn on your notifications button to keep up with all my latest uploads. And if you are new to the channel and you like this video, definitely consider subscribing. I always appreciate it. So with that all out of the way, let's get into these 30 seconds of footage. The spot begins with some pretty great shots of a dismal post-decimation New York, very grim. There's a poster that reads, "Where do we go now that they're gone?" So obviously the state of the world is in massive disarray and the human population is in tatters. It looks like Steve is at some VA meeting or a decimation support group. We also get a narration from Steve Rogers throughout the TV spot. We get a glimpse of Tony and Nebula on the Benatar working on something that we purposely can't see, and it seems like Nebula is offering herself up as a power source again, just like we saw in Guardians Volume 2. They could possibly just be trying to start up the Benatar again, but there is a noticeable light source coming from the ground, so it could very well be that the Benatar is now going to be arc powered, so that would be pretty cool to see. I don't know what else they could be doing. Maybe they're trying to start up the Benatar again to try to jump somewhere like we saw in Guardians Volume 2. I think that would be a pretty useful thing to do. We see Steve, Rhodey, Natasha, and Bruce Banner all outside of the Avengers compound looking up at something. Now, I'm assuming, since none of them really look too concerned, that whatever they're looking at is not a threat. So I'm gonna assume that maybe it could possibly be Thor. Maybe he has brought Valkyrie and some reinforcements, the rest of those Asgardians that got away from Thanos in Infinity War. Or possibly it could be Tony Stark and Nebula in the Benatar returning back to Earth. I don't know, but those are my best guesses. I'm assuming whoever they're looking at, if it is somebody that they have to have known about the Avengers compound before. Also important to note that Natasha still has short blonde hair in this pic, so this should be a fairly early scene in the movie. We get our first glimpse of Rocket. He looks like he's entering some kind of sea shack. Now, whose sea shack this is or where exactly it is still for sure a mystery, but I do notice that Rocket is wearing the uniform that he wears in the comics, which I absolutely love. I really dig that uniform, and I hope that the Guardians adopt these uniforms in the next movie. There hasn't been too much change in the costumes for the Guardians movie, to be honest, and I would honestly really like to see even the Star-Lord mask remodeled to that older Star-Lord costume from the comics. We see Natasha at some shooting range. It looks like it's at the compound, and if you notice, her hair looks a little bit darker and her hair is actually longer, so this should be after the jump. Quick shot of Ant-Man and War Machine looking super badass. Quick shot of Thor in some vessel. Now we can see a constant orange light on his face in this shot, and I want to say so bad that he has the Soul Stone right in front of him, but guys, I just have nothing to back up that speculation because Avengers Endgame, the bag of cats to predict. He also looks like he's exiting the same vessel, and we can see he still has Stormbreaker, although I do feel like there's some CGI trickery going on here, so maybe he's actually wielding Mjolnir, or there could be any number of things or people in that vessel along with Thor. As to where exactly he is, there are a couple places I think he could be. I feel like he might have wanted to seek out Valkyrie and the remaining Asgardians, so maybe he located them. Maybe this is where he meets Captain Marvel. And as to whose vessel he is in, I mean, it could be anybody's, but if I had to guess again, it could be either Valkyrie's or Captain Marvel's ship, maybe one that she hijacked, I don't know, but those are my best guesses. Next, we see Hawkeye in a definite off-world site. Now, I feel like where he is in this pic is where the Avengers are in this promo art right here, which honestly, to me, looks like some part of the quantum realm. It doesn't look really like outer space too much. Almost even doesn't look like the quantum realm. It looks like somewhere in between the multiverse multiverses, like some alternate dimension, of course. Now, which alternate dimension, I do not know. See Cap tightening his shield strap in an ever so intense fashion. And as the narration ends and we get this shadowy shot of the Avengers walking through the compound, again, it also feels like there's some intentional trickery going on here, maybe some CGI stuff. At this point, I don't know if Hawkeye has been introduced because it looks like Natasha has short hair, so this might be before the jump. Thor is there, we see Ant-Man, War Machine, but at the very end, it's either Bruce Banner or Hawkeye, but we can't really tell. So I have a feeling that maybe they're trying to hide a Professor Hulk thing going on right now. And that's pretty much it that I have to say on the TV spot that we got, guys. I really liked it. As far as when we can expect the official Endgame trailer number 2, I'm gonna say either the last 2 weeks of March, or I think if they're really pushing it and they know that we are all gonna go see the movie anyway, the first week of April. But I'm gonna keep my ears out for anything, and if I get any news about when the trailer might drop, I'll definitely let you guys know. So yeah, guys, let me know what you thought of the video. If you have your own theories or own speculations on the TV spot, definitely let me know. I'd love to hear them. If I missed anything or if I got anything wrong, please let me know. If you guys liked the video, leave me a thumbs up, comment down below, and if you want, subscribe. I always appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.